Hello and welcome to your pick card reading for the full moon in Libra this weekend. This is a heavily relationship themed full moon. The ruler of Libra is Venus, which is also the planet that is going direct on the very same day. So this is heavily about our relationships and the tension that has been building this week in that part of your life, whether it is a romantic relationship or work colleagues or family, whatever it may be. The relationships will vary for all of us. But wherever you find that there has been tension building, especially this week, but for themes that have been occurring for a while, are really going to come to a head this Sunday. It is a time to reflect, release, and realign. We need to really bring the scales, those Libra scales, back into balance so that we can move forward in a more harmonious, unionized state with ourselves. If there's no relationship tensions in your life that are coming like to your mind, you're going, no, wait, that's not me. It could be the relationship that you have with self. So the way in which you take care of yourself, the way in which you talk to yourself, any old patterns, any old ways of being that are throwing your internal scales out of whack need to be realigned at this moment in time. And that's the same for the external relationships. We really want to essentially see our internal scales within and make sure that they are, happily balanced. So we have 3 piles here, 1, 2, and 3. Take a moment, shut your eyes, and really focus in at your heart space. And then pick the pile that you are the most drawn to, whether that is 1, 2, or 3. The timestamps will be down below. And then you can skip ahead to your reading. I also offer private readings. If you would like to book a session with me that is highly personalized, please just send me a message. All my links are in the description box below. You can book online sessions directly. There's also a way to get free mini readings from me by purchasing a deck of cards for me on my Amazon wish list. All the deets are in the description box. Just have a look. Please follow me over on socials as well. I'm much more active there. But yeah, without further ado, please pick your card pile and we will see what the cards have in store for you. Hi, pile 1. So let's see what cards we have for you today. So the first card that we have here is Beautiful Heart. And this says, open your wings and fly. So the theme of this full moon for you will very much be an expansion. It is very much asking you to step into your power, rise up to be exactly who you are supposed to be, and allow yourself to transform. So the butterfly comes from being a caterpillar, and it has to go through that transformation period to become what it is. So this is really saying to you that you have been the caterpillar, and then you have been in this like chrysalis where you have been morphing and changing and really becoming who you are meant to be. And now is the time to actually like break free from that and like be reborn and spread your wings and fly exactly as you are supposed to. This card here, we have cultivation, the 2 sides of it, neglected and nurtured. So what is keeping your scales, your internal scales, out of whack is the things you have been neglecting. And to bring yourself back into a state of balance, you need to nurture those areas. You need to nurture those seeds. You need to, like we do with actual seeds in the soil, we need to nurture them. We need to make sure that we feed the soil. We need to make sure that it has all the right lovely conditions so that that seed can pop and like work its way up the soil and actually like come to the surface. So this, you are in that like you are in the chrysalis, you are in this protective shell where you have been ruminating and like bubbling away and getting yourself to the person that you want to be, the person that you are supposed to be. And we need to really nurture those aspects. Like, it's positive words of affirmation. It is believing in yourself. It is saying, I am enough. I am worthy. I can do this. All of those things that like will strengthen that inner seedling so that it can actually burst forth. It is a belief in self and a nurturing of all the things that we want to turn into beauty, that we want to turn into our power, that we want to turn into the thing that the exact thing that we want to be. From the shadows comes the light. So you have been journeying, you have been on this path of self-discovery and really shedding away the things that no longer serve you and that aren't true to you, and really like removing the masks, so that the person that you are and the person that you want to be is the one like steering the ship. Let's have a look at neglected, and then this one for nurtured. Confirmation for nurtured, please. Wonderful. So the neglected side, we have the sun in reverse. So the sun in tarot is a card of happiness and joy and positivity and that oomph and drive and fire forwards. In the reverse, it is the reverse of that. It is a lack of positivity. It is a lack of belief, a lack of drive. Like the sun isn't quite shining. The sun is behind a cloud. And what this is really wanting in that neglect, like this is the neglected side. So it's saying that we need to bring the sunshine. You need to nurture. You need to bring the sunshine. You need to bring the light. You need to bring the positivity. So the more we feed into the negative things and the negative aspects of self, then the more they heighten. And this is keeping you trapped in this transformative bubble that you're in. But Spirit is wanting you to break through now. Spirit is wanting that seedling to burst through, and so that you can grow and be exactly who, like the time is now. And that is what Spirit is saying. This is what Spirit is wanting for you. But you have to make that, it's like a mental shift, and then also through your energetic field, you have to make that shift in the belief that you are enough, that you are good enough, that you can shine, that you can rise up, that you can do the things that you are currently feel like you're fearful to do. You need to believe in your beautiful heart. You need to believe in your power. You need to believe that that crown belongs on your head in whatever way that looks in your life, so that you can rise up and that you can grow and that you can shine. Spirit wants you to shine here. So we're taking the clouds away. We are removing the clouds. This is what we need to do now. We're stepping out of the dark space and into the light. You're done with the shadows, or at least temporarily. There's always shadow stuff to do. But right now, Spirit is saying, come on. You're playing in the shadows. You're keeping yourself almost trapped there because you found a safety and a security in the shadows now. It's almost a comfort zone. So the idea of stepping out into that light can be quite scary. But Spirit's saying, time is now. Time is for the light. And then on this nurtured side, we have the Page of Wands in reverse and then the Fool. So with the Page of Wands in reverse, the Wands is fire, and like the sun being fire. And a page is very much like this youthful, like almost like an ace energy, a very like new beginnings, youthful. It's full of like inspiration and full of like oomph and drive to go. Can be a bit naive, but in a really beautiful way. Like we love the naivety. In the reverse, there's a slight block there. And this is what we want. We want you to rise up with this oomph and this power and this drive forwards to go after what you want, like with confidence, courageously, boldly, that drive, that ambition. So you need to nurture this fire. This is why both of these came out in the reverse. It's a nurturing of the fire for you. We need to nurture that oomph and like imagine an actual fire that is either just being lit or like close to going out, and you need to coax it, you need to like blow on it and like make make those embers turn to flames. And you can do this like, it's like gentle force. You do this gently with yourself. But the thing that Spirit keeps saying to me is positive words of affirmation. There has to be that shift in your mental state. You can and you will. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are enough. You are these things, and that's what you need to tell yourself. We then have this with the confirmation of the Fool. The Fool is the beginning of the major arcana. The Fool is the beginning of the hero or heroine's journey. This is the starting point. This is this also, once again, like this naive energy, this young, youthful, exuberant energy that trots off on the adventure. So now is the time for a new start. Like, this is all the stuff that you've been like within the shadows, all of that stuff that you have been working through. It is time with this full moon, as with full moons are about release. This is the time to release that. The old stories, the old way you speak to yourself, the old things of which you believe about yourself are done with now. Like, you need to let them go to bring yourself into balance. Nurture the fire, nurture the positivities, and really, really like let go of those negative beliefs and negative aspects of self now. The shadows that you've been working with and dealing with, everything that has been really like rife in your life and that is really prevalent right now. This is all like, it's all here at the surface because it needs to like be like brought fully out and let go of. Like, it will be intense right now because it's that point of release, so that you can realign. So really, really allow it to come forth. Really, really sit in the positivities of knowing that all this stuff right now that's here is going to shift. But you have to give that like one last oomph to like get it gone and like throw it away so that you can start your new journey. This is a new venture to go out onto. This is a whole new world for you. This is something that a life and a way of being that you don't completely understand at this moment in time because it is new to you. So there is that excited element of this Fool, like taking that venture and taking that journey and seeing how the path is going to unfold for you. But there is this just nurturing. The medicine card that I pulled at the beginning is Hawthorn, Harmony. And this is that like bringing the scales into balance and bringing that harmonious unionized state within, which is all about this full moon, full stop. So you can use Hawthorn, you can get tinctures and wonderful things from many people. I recommend looking into it, but you can also just call in the spirit of Hawthorn to work with. So call it in as an ally, call it in as something to help assist you on this journey. Please, Hawthorn, work with me. Like, it doesn't have to be anything grand and spectacular. It's just an invite in, because it will assist you in this balancing. It will assist in getting your scales to come back to that like union that you require. I hope this helps, guys. If you want a more personalized reading that is fully connected to you, then please pop me a message or check out the links below. And I hope you have a beautiful full moon. Hello, pile 2. So let's see what the cards have for you. So the first card that we have for you is this trusting heart. Listen to your inner wisdom. There is a birthing wanting to come through here. There is very much a new chapter, a new start, a new beginning, and it has got a lot of passion and a lot of really like organic rawness is the vibes that I'm getting. It is very, very like powerful and deeply rooted in the divine feminine. There is a lot here of like juicy, passionate oomph. Like, that's the energy that is really, really coming through for you. But there is a belief that needs to come in, the trusting heart aspect. You really, really have to trust and believe in the voices that you are hearing. And that voice can be an actual voice in your ear. It may be through like synchronicity messages that you're getting. It could be like the message that your heart is singing to you. It may be that message that your gut is like pounding at you. Like, it's just whatever message in whichever way it's coming through to you, it's going to be quite intense, as the word spirit is saying, and that you really, really need to trust in it. It is like pounding, it is drumming, it is making that noise for a reason, for you to listen. And you really, really have to trust in it, trust and believe in self, that you hold that amount of wisdom within you. So the card we got for your like scales, the Libra scales of balance, we have teaching, and on one half we have withheld, and one half we have giving. So this is really asking you, and with such raw feminine power coming through, to really, really step into the power of your divine feminine. So this is really, really calling you to pick that thread within that spirit is guiding down to you, but there's also the thread that is deeply connected into Mother Earth. There's this like through line from the earth up to the divine skies above, that is like, it is a thread through you that is humming and singing and wants to, like, so spirit said, wants to be played, almost like, so there's different threads going through us, like, I don't know, like guitar strings or something, and this one is like humming at you, kind of like calling you in, going like, it's time to play me now. And then with this card being teaching, there's a level of like, whatever you are going through in the relationship area of your house, so whether this is relationship to self or relationships with others, the stuff that is occurring, the lessons that you are going through, whatever it is that you are working through that needs to be released and bring you back into realignment, there's not just lessons there for you, there is lessons there for other people. This is the teaching part. So there's two sides to this that really, really need to be focused on. So the first bit is the withheld. Don't withhold the lessons from yourself by being too scared to admit what needs to be gone and admit potentially what needs to go forwards. It can work both ways. Don't withhold the lessons from yourself by being too fearful to really embrace them, to being too fearful to trust in the power of what is coming through. The second part of this is the giving. This is the teaching part. The stuff, the lessons that you are learning, the lessons that you're going through, everything that is happening to you is coming through for a reason, because it's lessons that you need to give. Things you are learning is wisdom that you need to pass on. And this could be literally teaching, set up that group, set up that course, set up that thing, whatever it may be. Or it could just be lessons that we give to our friends and our family, just because, you know, we can teach through experience of our life lessons. We all learn from our own life lessons, and it's not to say that we can just tell somebody our lesson and that's how they'll best learn it, because we do live through experience, but we can give our wisdom and we can be that helpful ally in the sense of, look, this is my experience, this is what happened to me, this is the wisdom I have gained, but you know, they can do with it what they will never enforce. But these are both two things that are coming forward strongly. Allowing and accepting the lessons for yourself, but then actually like stepping into the power of potentially giving them out. I'm being very focused here then on this like moon, which looks like a new moon because it's a dark moon. We're obviously in a full moon, so there is a releasing occurring under this full moon that will help you to plant seeds of intention in regards to this teaching, giving of this wisdom under the next new moon, which will follow 2 weeks after. Let's get some tarot. So the withheld and the giving, please. Confirmation for the giving, please. Which way does that want to be? It wants to be that way. Okay. So, first we'll start over here on the withheld. We have the devil in the reverse. So there's no cards in tarot to be feared. Please do not fear this because it is the devil. The Devil is a card about taboos and toxic chains and the power of manipulation, the power of the darker aspects of things that draw us in. And in the reverse, there's just a resistance to the lessons here. This is really what's coming through. Is so this withheld and withholding. There's a lot of power. Like the Devil is got a lot of intense power because of the level of, like, I don't know, toxicity and taboo and the darker nature of the card. And then with all of the intensity that is coming through with this raw passion, don't withhold yourself from your own power. Don't withhold yourself from the power of the lessons that have come through some of the most toxic things, the darker things, whatever these lessons have been, where you have learned to cut the chains and cut the strings. So in this way up, the Devil is controlling the strings, the puppet master. This way, they're going to be lax because of like the literal logistics of it. So there is like the devil doesn't have the strings aren't tight, the chains aren't tight. The devil doesn't have that power right now over you. You've worked through it enough to be detached from it, but you're also withholding yourself from the power of the lessons, the power of what it has been teaching you. And that generally comes through fear. And this is where we need to be trusting. You need to trust in the power of everything that's happening, the intensity, the lessons that are coming through to you. Trust in it. That's the biggest thing Spirit's saying. Trust, trust, trust. And then the giving, the teaching, giving side, we have the Two of Cups in reverse and then the Two of Swords in the upright. So they're both twos. They are both about balance. Cups is the water element, and it is our emotional landscapes, our relationships. And then the Swords is our mental, our intellect. It's our fears and anxieties is generally how I read the Swords. So this level of teaching with the Two of Cups in reverse is teaching you that you really need like how to balance your emotional or your relationship landscapes and bring a greater sense of balance into it. So it needs to be harmonious, it needs to be unionized, not giving too much, not taking too much also. So the teachings for you of what you've been learning is really this level of getting your balance for your emotions and getting your relationships into a state of balance as well. And it is through the balance of the mental landscape. Do you give too much because you're fearful of if you don't give? Do you take too much because you're fearful because of your desires? So there's this like level of just balance and an unblinding. So we want the Two of Swords is a card about bringing stuff into balance, but also awareness that like you're the one that's keeping yourself blindfolded because your hands are both free. You can actually release the blindfold. So this is like this level coming into the trusting part is like really, really trusting in self to be guided forwards, that you have enough. You are not stuck by the old patterns, you're not stuck by old chains, nothing is holding you back. And it is safe to remove the blindfold. The only thing that is now holding you back is you, and you need to really, really step into your belief in self, your belief in your abilities, and really bring things into a unionized state, so that from that like level playing field within, you can then really, really step into your power, and like your inner wisdom can be something that you can then give forwards. The medicine card I pulled at the beginning for this pile is the chamomile and calm. So you can get chamomile tea really easily. You can buy it in supermarkets, although I do recommend buying loose leaf, organic, and from, always support small businesses. But you can just pick it up anywhere. You can also just call in the spirit of chamomile to work with. Chamomile is a great plant, not just for calming, it actually brings in a lot of positivity and joy. But this, with this coming through as the medicine, is very much, and the stones here like indicating, like, you know, trying to bring things into balance. Use it as an ally to assist your nervous system, to assist you. The calmer you can be whilst you address this. For one, the calmer we are, the greater we can listen to the voices within, because we can hear them if everything is, you know, like calm. And it also just helps us with that level of belief. If we are coming at something and we are a bit scatty or a bit jarred, then that energy just follows through. Everything could be a bit all over the place. Get yourself to the calmest, like most heart-centered space that you can, so that your internal scales just balance themselves out naturally. Right, I hope this helped, guys. If you would like a personal reading with me to delve into something that is more directly linked to you and what you are going through, then pop me a message or check out the links below. And I hope this helped. Thanks, guys. Hello, pile 3. Let's see what the cards are saying for you. So the first card we have here is Worthy Heart, You Are Enough. So Spirit is wanting you, and 2, so balance. Spirit is really wanting you to accept and embrace and believe in yourself, and believe in your worth, believe in your power to shine in the world. There's very much, take that mantra with you, take it as an affirmation, say it to yourself, look yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and tell yourself you are enough, because you are. And we've come with the card of curiosity here. And this is like the 2 sides of the scale. So we have bored and curious. So on the side here, the bored side, is the detached. Spirit is showing me. It's showing me detached and very much like not connected to self, and a level of being bored at your reality, bored of what is happening. There is so, and bringing therefore that detachment, bringing a detachment from being curious in that sense. Like there is just a lethargy, a unwillingness, and it's like all those negative things that just keep piling on. So you just like can't be bothered, don't see the point, like finding everything a bit dull because it's dulling the shine. And what we want to do is really, really like feed into the curiosity, feed into this side, feed it, like we need to amp up the curiosity and that oomph and that fire, so that you actually have like a willingness to explore and come back to life. There is a very, very heavy energy that is coming through from Spirit, and it's really, really wanting you to like tap back into your core, tap back into, it's really, really highlighting with the yellow here as well, like the solar plexus, and saying that like your sun isn't shining, and that is your solar plexus, your internal sunshine. Almost like it's like got a black void over it, and we need to like remove that. We're coming out of saying this, like this is really the end of the eclipse seasony, all the energies. This is one of the last points of call for it, and we want that like that dark void to be removed so that you can shine brightly again, and then see the point and just get that like oomph back in your belly, that fire, that drive, that belief in self. And there's also, and this may just be specific to one person, like because this is a full moon about realigning and releasing things that don't serve us. And I'm getting a very strong message of, you know, like cutting those cords and cutting those ties with people that make you feel like you are not enough, or are telling you flat out you are not enough, because you are. So there is very much a releasing aspect in general to the full moon, but very much a specific message for at least one person, that like anyone that is telling you you are not enough, like now is the time to get gone, to and trust in this process, trust in yourself, trust in you are enough, trust in what is like there and what can be on offer. Have a curiosity for what could expand for you beyond this. So let's have a card for board, and let's have a card for the curious, please. We'll keep all of them. So board, we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and this card is a card about clinging on too tightly. Pentacles is the earth element, and so it's very much our material world and realm and possessions. So there is this level of this board word is much more like a detachment. It's what I like. This is very much what Spirit is wanting me to say more than bored, is a detached. So there's a level of like staying in something that is not serving you because it is offering you a level of material protection that you crave, that we all crave. We're human. We do crave that on this earth. But because of that, it's dulling. It's just dulling your shine. That's what Spirit is saying. Like, it's really, really dulling your shine. It's really keeping you in the shadows when you need to be in the light. So bringing stuff into balance, but like it's bravery, having the bravery to step away from something that may be giving you material protection or worth, and trust in the process that on the other side there is more on offer to you. Move that back. Just get another card. Yeah, so the Star in reverse. The Star in the upright is a card about hope and faith and renewal of it, and then in the reverse is lack of faith. So on this board side, you need to bring the faith. Have faith in yourself, have faith in the process. Like, give yourself, or bring whatever you can into this to give you that like hope again. And you'll find hope on the curious side. And if you stay where you are, then it's only going to drain you more. It's only going to it will empty your emotional and spiritual and all these like pockets. It may give you a level of security in the world, but it's not going to give you the level of actual security that your soul desires. And then on this side, on the curious, so we have the Five of Pentacles, which in the upright is a card about being like in despair and locked out from this door. So in the reverse, it's a card about finding and then this, we've got completion. So the World upside down is a card about like a resistance. So it's asking you to break through the resistance, change the cycle, change the pattern, have the belief in this, like let something come to an end that you don't potentially want to. This, like, let it end so that we can get you through this door. The key's there. Don't keep yourself locked out in despair when the key is right there. The key's there to the door. Like, come on, like pick yourself up, be curious to go look for it, and then you shall find the key and the door shall be there, and we can complete this cycle and go through. And on the other side of it, we have the King of Cups. So something that you are afraid of letting go of here, on the other side, there is something more suited, more like an embodied version of what you want, something that is, a king on his throne, in his power, kind, compassionate, a level of emotional security that this is offering you. This is what the king is. It could be a king, it could be a person, but this is offering you a level of an emotional security, an emotional balancing within self. So all the things that you are fearful of on this side is actually on offer to you if you're brave enough to just be curious and bring yourself into balance and cut the ties that don't serve you. You are enough. You have a worthy heart. It is able to shine. It is like we all have that about us. You just have to believe it and push forwards and trust in this process and let Go what needs to be gone. It will be all the stuff that's really prevalent right now in your reality, and the stuff that's bringing fear. The stuff that's bringing fear into your gut is the stuff that you need to allow and accept to leave behind now, so that you can be curious about what's to come. The medicine card that I pulled for you at the beginning is Flow and Ginkgo. So work with Ginkgo. You can pick this up easily as a tea, but you can also just call in the spirit of Ginkgo and ask it to work with you. And because it's wanting flow, it is wanting you to trust in like the stream you're being guided down. Stop holding onto rocks and being resistant to just like getting into flow of this stream, and just like let go, so that you can be guided and flow downstream to exactly where you are supposed to be, to a level of fulfillment, to the sea. He's like sat in the sea, and then we've got this like adventuring little sailboat on the other side. So you're being guided towards a vast ocean of possibility if you let go and trust in the process. So a lot of letting go for you. Full moons are about letting go. They are about releasing and realigning. So it's really, really just stepping into the energies that are here and trusting in it, so that you are guided to exactly where you want to be. There's so much possibility there for you. It's beautiful. I hope this helps. If you would like a private reading with me, please send me a message or check out the links in the description below. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thanks.